Hey, what's good, y'all? Good afternoon, fam. How y'all doing? This is Ryan Jackson from Ryan Jackson LLC. Hope y'all have had a blessed and wonderful day. Hope you had a blessed and wonderful weekend. Had a joyous weekend. My cousin turned 60 years old. Well, 60 years young on Saturday, on Friday, but his birthday party was on Saturday out in Sacramento. My wife and I, we stayed up there Saturday night and then came back yesterday. Had a great time. Met some people that spoke to them, but it was my first time actually meeting them, and a lot of people I've heard of through my cousin and my other cousins. And so it was great to meet them. Great to fellowship and just have a great time. See black people loving on each other and to celebrate my cousin's 60th trip around the sun. It was a joyous occasion. I really enjoyed myself. I needed it too because it's just good to be around family. With so much going on, we just gotta, we're blessed. We're blessed to see another day. And we need to use this time wisely and just loving our family, loving our friends who we consider family or whomever, black people loving on other black people. We need more of that these days. Lord knows we have enough of beef amongst each other, but it's just great to see us loving on each other. We need that positivity now more than ever before. And the likelihood, we know today is Monday and we know about Murphy's Law. Not going to even repeat that on here. But in the likelihood you're not having one of those, if you're having one of those days, if things aren't going your way, always remember this. Tough times don't last, tough people do. Keep your hope, trust, and faith in Allah God, and He will see you through. I could definitely bear witness to that. Getting to the topic for this video. So the NBA playoffs are in the second round now. We have Indiana and the Knicks tipping off here in about an hour and a half. We have Denver and the Timberwolves tipping off right after that. And then, the Cavaliers beat the Magic yesterday. So Cleveland's facing the Celtics. But it's funny, though, because this is the playoffs. It's continuing on without Steph Curry, LeBron, Giannis, and Joel Embiid. The Warriors didn't even they got put out in the play-in tournament. The first game, they got put up by the Sacramento Kings, which in turn, Sacramento didn't even make the playoffs. They got put out by New Orleans. So hold on one second. Okay. Well, I got this robotic vacuum cleaner, and it's loud, so it caused me to take my decibel levels up even more. So, but it's done now. But in any event, so yeah, the Warriors didn't even make the playoffs. They got put out in the play-in tournament, and so by the Kings, and the Kings did by the Pelicans. Joel Embiid got put out by the Knicks in the first round. LeBron got dismissed by the defending world champion Nuggets, and Giannis got dismissed by the Indiana Pacers. Well, he didn't even play because I think he got hurt like late in the regular season. I think, yeah, he missed the final 2 weeks, so he didn't even get to play in the playoffs because he had an injury to his calf. But the playoffs, no LeBron, no Steph Curry, no Giannis, no Joel Embiid, no Dame Lillard. None of those guys. They're gone. And this is the passing of the torch because this kid Anthony Edwards from Minnesota, this brother is phenomenal. This young brother is phenomenal. Have y'all seen Anthony Edwards? This is the new face of the NBA. You're Anthony Edwards. You're Luka Doncic. I'm not a big Luka fan, but I give him credit. Jalen Brunson with the Knicks. I like Jalen Brunson. I like the New York team. Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown with the Celtics. Some could say Donovan Mitchell in Cleveland. So these young players are starting to take the mantle and just run with it. They're just They're taking it now. Um, LeBron's days of dominance, I believe, are over, as well as Steph Curry. Well, Steph Curry may have one more championship in him before his career is over if they surround him with like younger pieces, because Steph Curry still play at a high level. And even LeBron. I'm not a LeBron fan, but at the age of 39, he played at a for a 39-year-old, he played at a high level. So I got to give it to him. But Steph Curry was still dominant, was still busting people's you know what on that 3-point line, and just in games period. Not on the 3-point line, but just period. Still driving to the basket, getting the and ones, still making clutch shots at 36 years old. So, but it wasn't enough. And it wasn't enough. He gave it his best, but his best wasn't enough. And he's sitting at home watching the playoffs. Giannis was injured. Joel Embiid was injured. He missed 39 games. He came back. Uh, the Sixers got the seventh seed. They beat the Miami Heat by a point, and then won 2 games in their first round series against the Knicks. I said it was going to go 6 games, and New York dismissed them. Bye bye Philly. Bye bye Milwaukee. Bye bye Lakers. So long Warriors. So now these young Bulls are coming up. The Anthony Edwards. It's going to be an interesting series with Denver. Think it's going to go. I think the Nuggets are going to win it, but I think it may go 6 or 7 games. It's the Warriors. The Timberwolves are going to be a tough out. They're going to be a tough out. They are no joke. They're no joke. I saw that Aaron Gordon had like 6 points the last game. Contavious Caldwell Pope didn't have a good game last game. Michael Porter Jr. did, despite everything that's going on with this young brother. 3 of his brothers have had legal issues. Three. 3 of his brothers have faced legal issues within the last month. And this young brother is still, seem like, he's soldiering on. And, kudos to him. But just funny that, the Lakers, with the signing of LeBron James, and I said this on my social media timeline, that he signed this deal with LA in the 2018 offseason. So this season was his 6th season in LA. And they got a championship out of it. The pandemic tournament, Mickey Mouse Championship. The season was interrupted because of the pandemic in 2020. He got a championship, that Mickey Mouse Championship he got in the bubble down in Orlando. That was cute. I think had the season not been interrupted, he would have won that championship. But that's just me. But he got a championship, that Mickey Mouse Championship, in the 2020 season. And what have the Lakers done since? Since LeBron James has been with the Lakers, Luke Walton has gotten canned, Frank Vogel, and now Darvin Ham. They fired Darvin Ham's whole staff. So the Lakers are kowtowing to LeBron, and it's come back and it's bitten him in the ass because you got rid of young players. Kyle Kuzma, Alex Caruso, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, to get a broken down AD. Yeah, you have AR-15, Austin Reeves, number 15. They call him AR-15. He's a streaky shooter. He had a good playoffs last year, but that was a fluke. He's a streaky shooter. You have Hachimura. He's D'Angelo Russell, streaky, very streaky. So you don't have a point guard. AD, when he's healthy, he's a force out there when he's healthy. But that's more chances that he is healthy. If he plays 60 games in a year, that's almost like a full season for him. He's breaking down. LeBron's getting older. And the Lakers they're at a crossroads now because LeBron, they have kowtowed to LeBron. They've gotten rid of, like I said, young players. Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, Alex Caruso, Kyle Kuzma, gone. You trade away a first round pick, and I think was it six was it six second round picks? Those could be young. I don't know. You don't get better by getting older or by maintaining an older team. You do not get better in any sport. I don't care if it's football, baseball, whatever the sport. You don't get better doing by doing that, by maintaining an old roster. The Lakers had the oldest roster in the NBA over the last couple of seasons. You don't get better by doing that. You don't. Father Time is undefeated, especially in sports. Like I said, Minnesota isn't going anywhere. They're gonna be here for a while. As long as their front office do the right things, don't do anything stupid, they're gonna be around for a minute. Denver's gonna be around. OKC, Dallas, Houston is up and coming. Watch out for them. Sacramento, the Clippers, uh, the Clippers are gonna clip flat out. I mean, the Clippers are the Clippers. I don't expect much out of them. Yeah, they have a good regular season, but when it comes to the playoffs, the Clippers are who we thought they were. Paul George may leave, he may not. He's an older player. He has had injury issues. Lord knows Kawhi Leonard has. And that's another thing. You get the Clippers gave all this money to Kawhi Leonard. He can't even stay on the court. But you don't know if you want to give this money to Paul George. Yes, he's been injured in the past, but he's played more games than Kawhi Leonard. For the most part, Paul George is dependable, but he's an older player. There's some talk about Philly getting him, but it's like Paul George is not going to play a full season. Granted, he don't have the injury issues like Kawhi Leonard, but he's not going to play a full season. He's an older player. Jimmy Butler, there's been rumors about him leaving Miami and that the Sixers are a suitor. Y'all had Jimmy Butler 5 years ago when he was younger, when he wasn't injury prone. Now you you're interested in getting Jimmy Butler. That now that he has injury issues, you already got a superstar who's breaking down in Joel Embiid. And I said this last week. The 76ers would never win a championship with Joel Embiid. Or Joel Embiid would never win a championship with the 76ers. He won't. He will never win a championship in Philly. He can't stay healthy. Daryl Morey is the GM. You saw what he did in Houston. And then you talking about getting another aging superstar? Come on. You don't get better by getting older ass players. You don't. Years ago, the Houston Rockets tried to do that. And how did that work out for them? Y'all remember when Charles Barkley went to Houston to join Clyde Drexler and Hakeem Olajuwon? How did that work out for him? How did that work out? So you don't get better by getting older players. Now, younger players, veteran players, yes. Youthful players, yes. But not old players, especially ones that have injury issues. Hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down. Hit the subscribe button so you get notifications when I do videos on here. So, like I said, we shall see how this plays out. But like I said, you don't get better by getting old ass players, especially ones that are injury prone. Uh, Interesting to see what OKC does against Dallas. That's going to be an exciting series. Shea Gilgis Alexander, SGA. That's a young bull. Young boy is coming up. Josh Giddey, who I'm not a fan of, and it's just funny to me that he's allowed to continue on with his career. I mean, he sexually assaulted a young girl, and this man is still on the roster, still playing. But you know what? When you white, you're right. So it is what it is. But OKC, that Dallas matchup is going to be it's going to be a good one. I think it's going to go 6 games. I think Dallas in 6. I think it's going to be Dallas and the Nuggets in the Western Conference Finals, and the Knicks Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. Cleveland, they're good. They're a good young team. They're up and coming, but they don't have enough firepower for the Celtics. I think that series is going to go 5 games. That's going to go 5 games. Celtics in 5 and the Knicks in 5. Indiana likes to run up and run. They're like a run and gun team. Tyrese Halliburton, Miles Turner, Obi Toppin, um, TJ McConnell. They have a good bench. I give them that. They have a good bench. They like to run up and down. Pascal Siakam. They're a run and gun team, up tempo. But the Knicks play that defense. They like to grind it out. Great rebounding team, especially on the offensive boards. They killed the Sixers on the boards the last series. Indiana doesn't really rebound well. Their defense stands a lot to be desired. So I think the Knicks will win this series in 5 games. Yep, I see them winning in 5. Boston, maybe, mm, maybe 6. I'm gonna give it 5. It's shaping up to be Celtics, Knicks, Mavs, Nuggets. Well, Mavs, and we'll see. We'll see. I say Denver, in maybe 6 or 7. But like I said, if the Wolves upset the defending champs, look out. Look out for Minnesota. That's all I'm gonna say. Look out for Minnesota because they're not going anywhere. Anthony Edwards is on a mission. If they lose this year, they should not hold their heads down because you lost to the defending champs. Look out for them next year, though. Look out for them next year. That's all I'm gonna say. They're gonna they're gonna make a lot of noise in the years to come. But it's just good to see the young Bulls coming up. I'm a Steph Curry fan, but get ready for the Olympics. The Olympics are in 3 months, 4 months. So get ready for the Olympics. Joel Embiid, you shouldn't even be playing in the Olympics. Nor Kawhi Leonard, you shouldn't be playing in the Olympics. Y'all can't even play a whole season. At least Joel Embiid played in the playoffs. Kawhi, you played what, 1, 2 games? but you're on the Olympic roster. Y'all get ready for the Olympics. Hope that works out well for you. Meanwhile, enjoy these playoffs. Enjoy these Timberwolves. I mean, they really took it to Denver in game one. Game two is tonight, so we shall see if it will continue on. I tell you what, Denver is a tough place to play because you 5,000 feet above sea level, so they got that altitude on their side. But that doesn't seem to matter to these young Bulls on Minnesota. But never, ever, ever, ever underestimate the heart of a champion. And the Denver Nuggets are still the defending champion until otherwise. So never underestimate their heart. Jokic is a beast. Jamal Murray is a little banged up. I think they said he's like 70 to 80, 75 to 80% healthy, which doesn't bode well for the Nuggets. But that dude's a warrior. That dude's a beast. The other players got to step it up though. Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, KCP. And this is where they missed Jeff Green and Bruce Brown because those were defensive stalwarts. When they lost Bruce Brown and Jeff Green, Denver took a little step back defensively. And they could use them now against Minnesota. They really could. But, no. We'll see what happens tonight. The Knicks play in about hour, a little more than an hour. So that series I'm excited to see. I like these New York Knicks. I'm a Pistons fan. I'm a long-suffering Pistons fan. But it's good to see the New York Knicks are back. It's good for the NBA that New York has a winning basketball franchise, that they're winning again. It's good. It's good for the NBA. You know, the most famous arena, the world's most famous arena is Madison Square Garden. New York's the number one media market in the country, the biggest city. So it's good to see the New York Knicks are winning again. If they make the right moves and stay the course, the Knicks will bring a championship to New York. I think within the next 2 to 3 years. Not this season, but maybe, maybe next season or the season after. Things are definitely bright in the Big Apple. And that's great. It's great for long-suffering Knicks fans. I have friends, family members who are from the New York area. They are long-suffering New York Knicks fans. And I'm proud of y'all for staying the course with them and for the New York Knicks. I like the Knicks. I always have liked the Knicks, though. Even in the 90s, with Xavier McDaniel, Anthony Mason, Charles Oakley, Patrick. I wasn't too much of a Ewing fan. John Starks. I love John Starks. Oh, I was a huge John Starks fan. That was my guy. He's one of my favorite players. Love John Starks. Latrell Sprewell, Larry Johnson. Those New York Knicks teams. So when they had Pat Riley and then Jeff Van Gundy, great defensive teams. Great defensive teams. Chris Childs, Charlie Ward, good point guard. Love those New York Knicks teams. Gritty, dirty. Remind me a lot of my Detroit Bad Boys teams. So it's good for the city of New York that the Knicks are coming back. That the world's most famous arena is loud again during the playoffs. Nothing beats being at Madison Square Garden during the playoffs. I'm going to say that again. Nothing beats being at Madison Square Garden for the playoffs. Listening to that crowd. Listening to them. Seeing Spike Lee, Jason Bateman, Tracy Morgan, John McEnroe. It's good. It's good for basketball. that the New York Knicks are back. It's good. It's good. Tom Thibodeau's an old school defensive coach. It's good to see New York back. And this is coming from a Pistons fan. It's good to see that. Hopefully, one day soon, my Pistons will be there. Maybe next season. Hopefully soon. It's been too long. My Pistons haven't been ish. Oh, Tom Gores, what are you doing? Weaver, what are you doing? What are you doing? Y'all got young bulls on our team, at least two or three. Surround them with some veteran players, not old veterans, but seasoned veterans. We need to do something. Hopefully, we have a lot of money under the cap. My Pistons have a lot of money under the cap. You need to get some free agents in there. I don't know what they're going to do with Monty Williams. Y'all gave him that massive, monumental contract, and we had the worst record in the league for the second straight year. Weaver, what are you doing? Troy Weaver, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Tom Gores, you don't have a clue. You're killing my Pistons. You're killing them. They're a storied franchise. Oh, well. Thank y'all for letting me lament about my Pistons. It's just sad. It's sad to watch. I'm still a Pistons fan, but it's sad to watch. It's a sad state of affairs in the Motor City as far as basketball. Sad state of affairs. But the Knicks are my dark horse. I'm rooting for the Knicks. I'm rooting for them. Like I said, I love Jalen Brunson, Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, Isaiah Hartenstein, Mitchell Robinson. I think if Julius Randle and Bojan Bogdanovic were healthy, they would have swept. They would have swept Philly. They would have swept them. They would have swept through the playoffs up until Boston. And they may, I dare say, if Julius Randle and Bogdanovic were healthy, they would beat the Celtics. The Celtics are without Kristaps Porzingis. I don't know how long, but they're without him, and they're going to miss him, especially against Cleveland. They're going to beat Cleveland, but they still need that size. They still need him. But when they get to the next round, and I know I'm bypassing Cleveland because I don't think Cleveland's going to even match up good with Boston. Boston's going to take care of them. The Knicks are going to take care of Indiana. But if Boston and Indiana, I mean, the Celtics and Knicks meet each other, they're going to miss Kristaps Porzingis. If he's not healthy for the conference finals, they're going to miss Porzingis big time. So, and I would love to see the Knicks in the NBA finals. I would love it. I don't think they're going to go because Boston just has too much firepower. But I would love to see the Knicks in the NBA finals against Denver. Would love to see it. Don't think it's going to happen, but because I think Boston is going to come out the East, and I can't stand the damn Celtics. Can't stand the Celtics. Cannot stand them. And I would love to see the Knicks beat them, but in my mind, I'm like, nah, I don't see it happening. But whatever, we shall see. In any event, y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. Enjoy these NBA playoffs. Let me know what you think. I could be wrong. Drop your comments below. Let me know what you think. Please let me know. We don't have to agree, but let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Let's do that in even regarding sports. And in our disagreements, let's use logic and respect, not emotion and disrespect. That's all I ask. Share this video, share it. Let's have a conversation. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and thank y'all for tuning in. And that's all. Let me know what you think. I could be wrong. In the event, y'all have a blessed, wonderful day. Thank you for supporting my podcast and my YouTube channel. Please continue to do so. Our brother needs your love and support. I cannot do these without y'all. So please continue your love and support for your brother. Sisters as well as brothers, please, please, please be safe out here. No matter if you're going to work, coming home from work, dropping your kids off at school, picking them up, running errands, whatever the case may be. Please be safe. Satan comes to kill, steal, and destroy now more than ever before. So please be safe. Please be safe. Be safe out here. Be safe. I love y'all immensely, and thank you for your support and your love. All right, I'm out. Assalamu alaikum.